You would agree with me that women's education no longer ends in the kitchen. Although here in Nigeria, women are still struggling to take their pride of place in the scheme of things. However, there are a few women who have decided to take the bull by the horn and declare, yes, I'm a woman, but I can do it. And that is why we have someone like my guest today on Ladies Track. She is a former teacher and caregiver, an experienced businesswoman, and a politician. Mrs. Ariola Oloko invaded her home in Osborne to bring you this week's episode of Ladies Track. Thanks for joining us. My name is Peace Isaac Yerohon. You will meet my guest at the end of this short break. Stay with us.
Mrs. Ariola Oloko was born on the 14th of October 1970 in Benin City, Edo State, but she has lived and worked in Lagos for the past 30 years. She had her early education at Emerton Nursery School, Emerton Primary School, and Idia College, Benin City, before proceeding to St. Louis Grammar School, Mokola, Ibadan, to complete her secondary education. She obtained a diploma in law from the Lagos State University, a Bachelor of Arts degree in early childhood studies, and a master's in public health from the University College, Cork, Ireland. Ariola Oloko is a philanthropist who has focused on various non-profit and community development initiatives across the country under the Bare Necessities Foundation, which includes medical interventions with people living in the slum, Makoko, and the Bassa community. She is the founder of Minders Montessori School. She is set to battle with other parties' candidates for the seat of Etiosa constituency in Lagos State House of Assembly under the platform of Social Democratic Party, SDP. She is married and blessed with 2 children.
My guest today, as I said earlier, is a politician. We're not going to be talking so much about politics today, but we just want to tell you a little or more about her. She is Mrs. Ariola Oloko, contesting under the platform of Social Democratic Party for the Lagos State House of Assembly. Now let's meet my guest. Thanks for being here today on this week's episode of Ladies Track. It's good to have you. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Now, let me start by asking, what kind of woman are you?
I'm a family woman. I'm married. I have kids. I'm a homemaker. I believe that the home front is a very important aspect of one's life as a woman. Even I believe that a woman's role is in the house, but I believe as well that a woman should be let express herself as much as possible, and that's what I would be advocating. But bearing in mind that yes, I do have a husband, and my husband is the head of the family.
How was early life? What was growing up like for you?
Growing up was very good. I mean, I come from a relatively middle class family. I come from a big family. On my mother's side of the family, we come from a royal family, so we're really, really big. Okay, so and then on my father's side, a large family. So we're all together. I come from a really big, happy family.
Okay. Now, if you would permit me, just knowing you a short while, I have the impression that, I don't know, you can prove me wrong, that this is someone that has guts. Like, you have guts, and you're not afraid to show that you have guts. Now, if I'm right, I would like for you to tell me, because, a lot of men don't like their wives or their women showing that I can do without you. I need your support, but I can't bear without you by your disposition and what you do. Tell me.
I think we just, okay, suppose being sensible about it and understanding that, we just need to be able to get them to feel the respect that they deserve, that a man earns and they deserve. So I think it's such a simple thing. It's just knowing how far you can go. And if you're married to a kind of husband that I'm married to, who is quite supportive, it makes it a lot easier. My husband is supportive. He knows that I have big dreams and I dream big dreams. And I'm not one to dream dreams and let the dreams go to sleep. He knows that, I will go after my dreams. I mean, whatever I do, I will still have to ask for his permission, which is what I do. But I would have prayed and hoped that, by the time I get to him, he would agree with me, he would be receptive to what it is that I promised that I want to do. And then I promise that, what, if I'm going along the way in any way, that I'm going over what you think I shouldn't be doing, just let me know and then we'll talk about it. So we have lots of discussions around it. It's a bit difficult, certainly now even with politics, it's even worse because I go out on the streets, boys are lining up, shouting honorable. The other day we had an incident, I went to Badun, out of Lagos, and just because I had like the SDP flag in my car, the boys blocked the whole road and my husband was in the car, and this is them shouting, honorable, honorable, honorable. And my husband was like, what is this rubbish? So I had to just start saying, please, just indulge me, indulge me. But when I started out, the first thing I did was to say to them, I called a meeting, my children, my husband. I talked to my husband and I called my children and said to them, look, it's going to be a lot different. It's going to be a lot different now.
Yeah.
Anything I say, anything I do, anything you do, anything you say, it's going to be counted for something. People are going to pick on it. They're going to look for any reason to want to try and discredit me. So you just have to be very careful now. And then please, people are going to invade your privacies. Just please bear with me. But we want a better Nigeria. And it is time women took their rightful places where they belong because we're underrepresented.
What are some of the things that you have done that at least supported your dream of publicly coming out to declare your intention to run?
Okay, thank you. Well, I say I'm a grassroots person, I'm a community-based person. I believe in community. And I believe in working with communities. I have for years gone to the communities, I've gone to different communities, Investor Women, Makoko Women, I've worked with them, worked with the children, done a lot of interventions in the past. And then for the last 4 years, every September, I do back to school parks for the children because I realized that those stationaries, like we get them for our children every time, every September. So I realized that the grassroots people too will need to get those stationaries across. So I have a pack where I have the pencils, colors, notebooks, and depending all the way to secondary school. So I do that as a person. Then, like I said, I do medical interventions with a group of people from a country called Ireland, Medical Missions. The last one we did was in Oka, and it was a fantastic one. So we have a group of doctors, pharmacists, lab techs. So we do these interventions. And the thing about the interventions we do is that we actually go into the rural areas. So we do a lot of grassroots people. We're going from door to door. So not that we've just pitched up tents and we're asking people to come. We actually go into their rooms to try and see them and get them and talk to them. And I do lots of focus groups because I've been trying to get people to understand cervical cancer, understand living healthy. The things that will bring about a change are just basic things. They're not rocket science. That we don't need a magician to come and do it. We don't need someone to come and analyze how it is done. It's just basic things that we just need to engage the people, engage the grassroots. And for me, one of the other things that I keep saying is that we need to bring governance closer to the people. There's this wide gap. So that is one of the reasons why I decided, you know what, why is there that gap? So can I bridge that gap? I mean, do I have a role to play in achieving that? And that's why I'm coming to politics. And because I'm passionate about the grassroots. Empathy. Because that's the one word, empathy. My children are doing well. Without the children of the grassroots, my children's future won't even be secure.
Exactly.
But I don't think people sit around and think about it like that. They think it's just about taking care of themselves. When you can't take care of yourself and neglect the other end, it is not possible. It's just a matter of time. It's a time bomb waiting to explode.
Do you have the structures on ground? Things in place and all of that, like some of these big parties to give you the victory that you really desire. Because one thing to go into this politics with a great dream of making a change where you can, but you need to get there to be able to make this change. So, what are your chances?
Yes, I may not be in a big party, but I'm in a party that can take its place, its rightful place, and that's what we're going to do in this poll. People are going to be amazed. When people come up and say you do not have structure, I point and I smile about it. But we create those structures. The other party created the structures. So we too will put those structures in place so that the structures can work for us. And then when you say they created structure, I wouldn't lie. And I would lie if I said that they're not bigger than we are. They are way bigger than we are. But what I said to a community that asked me about it, that what will you do? How will you go about it? I said when David faced Goliath, he didn't have anything. He didn't have anything. When the king said, "Oh, come and put on my shield," he said, "No." He said, "I've never tested it. I don't have anything, but I know the word of God." He said, "All I have is the bow and arrow. So all I have is my voice. All I have is my party behind me. All I have is that we will go around telling people the truth." I go around telling people, look, when you go to communities, you hear, "Oh, where's the money? Show us the money. This is the money." And I tell them, I don't have the monies that the big parties have to give you. And I'm not even going to give you money. Tell me what you want to do. Tell me how we're going to change your community. Tell me what we're going to do for the youth. How we're going to change the curriculum. Not even change the curriculum, add to the curriculum, beef up the curriculum, so that we can prepare youth that will be able to get jobs when they come out. I say one of the reasons why youth don't really get jobs and we're claiming, and these youth are then prepared for the 21st century that we're in. So I think if I change mindsets, I will achieve my goal.
If you're given that opportunity, what area exactly do you intend to make that change in your local government?
Okay, thank you very much. When they say education is the way out of poverty, it's not a lie. Education is the way out of poverty. And it's not that we don't, our curriculum is strong, and so I'm not even beefing the curriculum. Our curriculum is strong. It's just that we just need to add a bit more to be able to compete favorably with the 21st century kids. So what I'm looking at is the Lagos State. For instance, I don't know about Lagos State because obviously I'm not the governor, but say in my constituency, Etiosa, is making sure that the schools, even all the way from early years intervention, education, early years intervention, all the way in my constituency, we start from kids 2-year-olds. Because what our popular belief is that when they are 2-year-old, they're just going to jealousy means that they're going there to play. But no, it starts from there. We're building up on the foundation, where they're learning basics that they would move on with. So I will be interested, and I will be in making sure that education starts from 2. So we have early years interventions. We look at the curriculum. We see how we can start STEM. STEM is science, technology, engineering, and maths, and creative. Because if you look at the jobs out there these days, those are creatives, and they're making more money than even the regular doctors and whatever. But our curriculum is built in such a way that we want to prepare people for being doctors, engineers. Like those are the only professions that are available. So education will be a strong area for me. The monitoring system and all those things will be an important area for me. Then we'll take healthcare. I think basic healthcare. So I'll be looking at community workers, community nurses. We want to go back to the times when we had, those community health workers that would go in Yoruba, they call them woli woli. Mm-hmm. They would go in and check your places, your toilets, and all that kind of things. We're looking at that. I'm really interested in bringing that back. Even helping the people understand the importance of staying clean and staying, in an hygienic area. And community workers, so which is one of the ways of bridging the gap between government and the people. So, but if we have community workers in each area that reports directly, that is part of the community. We're not taking out people that are not from the community. We're not bringing people and learning people on them. No, learning people on them. No, we're taking people that are from the community. So it will be, and using them. Education, healthcare, empowerment, youth empowerment. I'm not talking about 6 weeks computer courses. I'm talking about courses that at the end of the day, the youth can be empowered to even move on to something on their own, opening their eyes to opportunities that are available. And one of the things for that, even that empowerment, is that you must mentor 5 other people. If you're trained, you must train 5 other people. You must mentor. So there's a continuity. You don't want a case where you're trained and then you go away and we don't get anything from it. But you must mentor from 5 other people. And mentoring is very, very important. It's a very, very important thing that it's so easy to do, but it makes a difference. Then the women, empowerment of the women. We see the women, we see now that they have the Empower thing, and the women were given money. Yes, I think, but we still need to sit with the women and find out how we can get the women to understand how to keep the finances, how to move their businesses from one stage to the other. But in the 21st century, things have changed. A lot of people are making more money in the informal sector than the formal sector. And that's the truth of the matter. A lot of people are selling all their wares on Instagram, they're coming together and doing things. So we need to sit with the women, the market woman, and devise a way where she can work smart. That's the thing. And but all these things have to be intentional. Not all these things happen by chance. It is intentional. So that's the difference. I'm looking at myself as a new leader, new vision, and new way of working things, which is basically intentional, aimed at the grassroots.
Over the years, the involvement of women participation in electioneering process at Lowell ebb due to the fact that majority of the men believe that women are to be preoccupied with domestic matters. But today, the story is different. Women are more involved in exclusive activities reserved for men and politics.
In Nigeria, I don't think women play a vital role in politics because the male folks, which are the men, they don't allow women to be in the upper class of politics.
Women are discriminated against a lot in the political arena. We have discrimination, we have harassment, and we also have stigmatization.
The role they should play is in guiding the men, because to be realistic, I know, yes, men are always in politics, but many of the men, sometimes, let me say, they go astray in living what they're supposed to do. So I think the duty of the women is to help and guide the men in the politics.
For Nigeria, a country with vibrant population of knowledgeable, strong, enterprising and competent women, it amounts to huge loss that significant number of women are being denied a voice in the political process, despite their economic contribution in economic and other spheres.
In Nigeria, although the Constitution guarantees equality for everyone in the governance and political sphere, women have not enjoyed this constitutional provision.
Political leaders, actors, and stakeholders are calling on parliamentarians to look and to lead the way for women empowerment through legislation that break barriers, to pave the way for economic empowerment of women.
In preventing or discouraging women's political participation, violence in politics undermines women's civil and political rights. However, violence in politics threatens gender equality on women and the building of robust and resilient democratic institutions.
There's only one major cause of political violence, and that for me is money. Maybe because one person doesn't have enough, he wants more. Another person doesn't want to release what has given to a group of people. But at the end of the day, it's money, and that causes insecurity, it causes distrust, or should I say mistrust, and so it causes that dovetails into violence.
Women have participated in the political dispensation, even though not many women emerge at the end of the day. It is therefore clear that political leadership in Nigeria is stratified on the basis of gender distinction, thereby calling into question of gender neutrality in the political arena.
Women can do a lot of things in politics, in as much as men too do a lot of things in politics. But you see, when you look at the home generally, the man takes care of the home, though actually women helps. In most cases, if they can allow women to handle, to take place in politics is better.
I really don't see the violence against women in politics. But if there's any, I guess it depends on the individual. But then again, politics is dirty. So really everybody has to be careful. And I think there's violence on both parties, not just women.
Women are created to do what men cannot do, not you competing with men. You understand what I'm saying? There are things women can do and men can't do them a lot. Why don't women concentrate on that?
In-house, the Commission generally prides itself as one of the most gender-friendly election commissions in the whole of Africa. And we have made deliberately, particularly in the last promotion exercise, endeavor to put more women at directorate and at administrative secretary levels.
All in all, Nigerian women need to be more enlightened about the need to fully evolve and aspire for more elected political positions at all levels of government, no matter the level of harassment and intimidation, because their aspiration to be elected in public offices is their constitutional rights, which cannot be denied by thuggery and violence in politics.
The aspect of women
Being
not
cocky.
supporting each other.
I think that has
I've
changed. Please, Madam, please. I think this has changed. I don't think it's the same as it used to be before. I think the notion was that, oh, another woman will pull you down. But I will tell you that even in this my journey towards being elective, to my in elective post and doing the first election, I've had a lot of women, females that have supported me. I don't have a godfather, I don't have anything for God, but I've had my friends, my circle, that have supported me in their own little way. Even as this was 5,000 naira, 2,000, and I have, in fact, I even have a group of women that wake up every morning at 6 o'clock and send a text message or themselves on WhatsApp that pray for me, whether I'm there or not. So I think that has changed, and I've got a lot of support. And people, when I see women, like, oh, bravo, well done. Thank you for stepping up. Thank you for taking our place. Thank you for encouraging us and giving us hope.
How do you intend to cope with, the aura of politics? What that comes, that brings your way in relation to your husband and your home, your children.
I think the things that my husband has just said, always make sure that the house is in order. Always make sure that the kids are catered for. Luckily, my kids are grown up, so which is a plus for me. And so I don't have school runs and all those things to do. So that's an added plus, but just make sure that the domestic and all the things in the house are running and that the house is in order. I think that's the most important thing. I mean, you're not going to leave your house without food. You're ready for your husband, or making sure that the supplies or all those things and that the domestic staffs are not being catered for. I think those are the things that can cause the friction or, bring about a problem. But I think once it's like when you've been running your house. I've been an employer of labor. I've worked, so I've always left the house and come back home in the evenings. I don't think it would be any different from that for me.
Apart from, let's just move away from, all politics. How do you relax?
Well, that I haven't done in a long time. I belong to a dance group called the Safari Dance. So we do that every morning. I have 3 days a week. I have a dance class at 6. That's quite relaxing, even though it's supposed to be exercise. But we have the music, and it's great fun going on with the other girls. It's a great kick. And then 3 days, the other 3 days, we have an exercise class at 5 a.m. in the morning. So that's 5 a.m. for exercise, 6 a.m. for dance.
Okay. What's your message to women out there who would want to, who are like you, interested in politics, or even are afraid of entering politics because, of their home front?
I would say follow your dreams. I would say I was told a lot of things. I was told, your secrets will come out. They will do this, they will do that. I've always wanted to go to politics for a long time, but because of all those stories and how they've come up with. But once I just said to myself, so what's the worst? Okay, so someone will come up and say, so what? What I mean? The thing that you fear most is what the enemy uses against you. That's what the Bible says. So I think, if you really want to do it and you're really interested in going into politics, not just politics, whatever it is that you want to do. Some women are like 50 and they say, oh, they wish they'd gotten an education. Go for it. Go for it. It's never too late to dream your dreams. Just dream big and stay focused and be intentional in all that you do. That's all.
Really appreciate your time. Thank you for giving us your time. And I do hope that you're successful. We wish you the best.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
My guest on Ladies Track today has been Mrs. Ariola Oloko, who, although is an educationist, although she's a teacher and a caregiver, she has taken the bold step to serve in public office by going for the Lagos State House of Assembly under the platform of the Social Democratic Party. But the most important thing for me is follow your dreams. Again, she's encouraging women or greater women participation in politics. I'm particularly pleased to hear that things have changed. Women are now supportive of each other. We wish her the best, and for you there as a woman, if you want to go into politics, it's an open door. Just go without any fear or favor. Thank you for being with us today on this episode of Ladies Track. My name is Peace Isaac Yorokum. See you again.